To all of you.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
So today we have to do a lot of work like uh,
Sir, today P block element chapter we will
P
complete,
block
sir.
elements.
Then you start from
We
chemical
can't
properties.
complete P block elements. We will be completing halogens only. Then you have noble gases. This weekend we complete P block elements. Sir, the fluorine
Today
reacts with
halogens will
water.
be completed, sir.
We don't know. Tomorrow and after tomorrow it will take. It's a big chapter. Let us try to see. When chlorine reacts with water, you are getting, sir.
Sir,
two water
tomorrow noble
molecules are there.
gases.
Let us see, sir. We don't know. It depends on if we can complete today. Sir, we are getting O2 and 4F minus. This reaction can happen in darkness also. Oxygen gas is liberated. Only element that can readily release oxygen gas with water. A powerful oxidizing agent. Delta G for this reaction is largely negative. If delta G is negative, the process can happily happen. It is a thermodynamic function. If delta G value for any reaction is positive, reaction is not spontaneous. The reaction cannot happen. The reaction may happen in the reverse direction if delta G is positive. Delta G is negative means reaction will happen in forward direction. If delta G value is 0, then the process is in equilibrium. So delta G is a thermodynamic function that says whether a reaction can happen in the forward direction, in the backward direction, or the reaction is at equilibrium. Are we clear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, for fluorine reaction with water, delta G is largely negative. Happily, it will happen. If you are using iodine and think of same reaction, delta G value is largely positive. What does it mean, sir? Hello, sir. What does it mean?
So backward reaction is favored.
Delta G is positive means backward reaction will happen. That is, if you are really adding potassium iodide to oxygen in presence of acid, urgently you will be getting iodine along with what, sir? Water. Along with K plus. Can you see it really? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So notice that potassium iodide is oxidized by oxygen, whereas the potassium fluoride cannot be oxidized by oxygen. This reaction cannot happen. Because nobody can take away electron from F minus. Even oxygen cannot take away electron from fluoride ion because fluorine is the most powerful oxidizing agent. Are we clear about it? The reaction with hydrogen and fluorine is so dangerously explosive, even at minus 200 degrees centigrade, it will explode. Whereas reaction between hydrogen and chlorine happens only if there is light. It is called photochemical reaction. Reaction between hydrogen and iodine will happen only on strong heating. It means ease of preparation of HX decreasing down the group. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Ease of formation of HF, HCl, HBr, HI. HI formation is difficult. HF is very stable, HI is unstable. But HI is the strongest acid. Notice that the acidic strength is increasing down the hydrides. Now I should say on record, in HF, minus delta plus delta. Notice that the HF is existing because of hydrogen bonding as if it is linked to many other HF molecules. Even in gas phase, HF exists as a hexamer. In liquid phase and solid phase, millions of HF molecules are linked by hydrogen bonding. This hydrogen bonding is absent in HCl. HCl is not associated. It means HCl boiling point is low, HF boiling point is high. If you look at boiling points, HCl is less than HBr, HBr is less than HI, HI is less than HF. Here, as the molecular weight is increasing, van der Waals forces will increase. However, in HF, hydrogen bonding increases boiling. So the order of boiling point is in this way. Are we very clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir, the bond angle in the HF is not linear, it is not 180, it is something like 104 degrees because it is a zigzag molecule. The hydrogen bonding means the attraction between the minus delta of one molecule and plus delta of other molecule through hydrogen plus delta. Most electronegative fluorine makes the negative charge on it is more and makes the positive charge on hydrogen more. It means more polar. HF molecule is more polar than even water. Here also there is minus delta plus delta, minus delta plus delta. Hydrogen bonding is there in water, hydrogen bonding is there in HF. But the hydrogen bond as such is much stronger in HF than in water. So if I look at water and HF, which has a higher boiling point?
HF.
Why? Notice very interestingly, water has a higher boiling point of 100 degrees centigrade, whereas HF is around 25 degrees centigrade. If the hydrogen bonds are strongest in HF than in water, why the hell water has higher boiling point? Water has higher boiling point than HF. There are two reasons. Reason one, number of hydrogen bonds formed per H2O molecule are 4, whereas 2 for HF. Each HF molecule makes only 2 hydrogen bonds like this. One forward, one backward. Notice per molecule each HF is making 2 hydrogen bonds. Whereas in water, each molecule of water makes how many hydrogen bonds you see? How many hydrogen bonds it is making, sir? Each molecule, can you see how many?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So per molecule, number of hydrogen bonds are more in water. Also, if you want to convert water into vapor phase, you have to break all the hydrogen bonds. You will just get separate water molecules. Because you have to break all the hydrogen bonds to get a separate water molecules, you require more heating. In vapor phase, in gas phase, no hydrogen bonds. In water, in gas phase, you need to break all hydrogen bonds. Whereas for a HF, even in vapor phase, there are hydrogen bonds. It exists as a pack of 6 molecules. So there is no need to break all hydrogen bonds to convert a HF liquid into HF gas. So these are the 2 reasons. What are the 2 reasons? Number 1 reason, number of hydrogen bonds per molecule of water are double, that is 4, when compared with number of hydrogen bonds per HF molecule. Number 2, there is no need to break all hydrogen bonds to convert liquid HF into gaseous HF. Reason, even in gas phase, HF will keep some hydrogen bonds. It exists as hexamer. For water in vapor phase, there is no hydrogen bonding. Separate water molecules exist. Therefore, to convert the liquid water into gaseous water, you need to break all hydrogen bonds. So it requires more heating. Are we very clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This answer is not there in the book, but this is a asked question. Okay. Next point. All the halogens react with oxygen, and the number of oxides given by chlorine, bromine, iodine is more. It can make Cl2O, Br2O, ClO2, Cl2O6, Cl2O7, BrO2, BrO3. I2O4, I2O5, I2O7. Notice that the stability of oxides of iodine is more than that of chlorine is greater than that of bromine. Bromine oxides are least stable. We have talked about it. In fact, OF2 and O2F2 are the 2 compounds made by oxygen and chlorine. They are not oxides. They are to be called as fluorides. Why, sir?
Because fluorine
Because fluorine
electronegativity.
has minus charge, hence they are fluorides. Notice that if Cl2O7 is dissolved in water, you get the strongest known acid called perchloric acid. Chlorine can make many oxyacids, about which we will study quickly. So the oxides of halogens, when dissolved in water, can give oxyacids. But fluorine never prefers to give any oxyacid. Why fluorine cannot give oxyacid? Means fluorine cannot take positive oxidation state. In all oxyacids, maybe HOCl, HClO2, HClO3, HClO4. In all these oxyacids, the halogens take positive oxidation states. Since fluorine can never take positive oxidation state, fluorine never makes oxyacid. Are we clean?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we examined 4 ideas so far. First idea, the formation of hydrogen halides, ease of formation, and acidic strength and reducing power. How do they vary down a group? Second point we examined, though the hydrogen bonding is strongest in HF, it has a lower boiling point than H2O. Third point we noticed that HF in liquid state is not linear, it is a zigzag molecule and it has a bond angle not 180. We noticed that HF is a weak acid in the family and a HF is used to write on a glass, etching on a glass, writing your name on a glass, you use HF. In this family, the strongest acid is given by iodine, that is HI. We also have looked at the reason why the oxygen fluorine compounds are not called as oxides, they are to be called as fluorides. We also have seen why fluorine cannot make oxyacids. Now the halogens can react with themselves to give some compounds like this. Notice that these compounds, which are of formula AB, AB3, AB5, AB7, are X, X dash, X, X dash 3, X, X dash 5, X, X dash 7. These compounds are called interhalogen compounds. The interhalogen compounds are more powerful halogenating agents than the halogen itself, because this BRF bond is weaker than BR-BR bond or FF bond. So if you want to fluorinate, BRF is a better choice. Similarly, IF7 is an excellent choice. The interhalogen compounds created a lot of interest in scientific community about their structure. Suppose if you have CLF, CLF3, BRF5, IF7, what are their shapes? What is the hybridization of central atom? Is an interesting question. Any AB type molecule is linear, you need not have to worry about hybridization. Any molecule that has two atoms like NO, like CO, like CLF, anybody who has two atoms like H2, like O2, like Cl2, anybody who has only two atoms is linear, and just don't worry about hybridization. That is not serious thing. But now, if I am looking at CLF, for example, sir, the Cl is a less electronegative, it has positive charge. Cl has positive charge. The bromine has positive charge. The iodine has positive charge. Now, who is making more than one bond in CLF3? Cl is in ground state 3s2, 3p5, 3d0. In CLF3, the 3p electrons, say in y orbital, gets unpaired and it jumps into this pair opened up and jumped into d orbital, mostly dz square orbital. Due to this electron excitation, which is its first excited state, the Cl gets 3 unpaired electrons and all the 3 will undergo sp3d hybridization. What is that, sir? Hello? sp3d hybridization. If the Cl atom undergoes second excited state, even this electron pair in p orbital gets opened up and electron goes here. In that case, in ClF5, BrF5, chlorine is in second excited state and it undergoes sp3d2 hybridization. Again, If you give some more energy, the 3s electron may also get opened up and enter into another d orbital. Then it will undergo sp3d3 hybridization. Let us see the hybridizations. In CLF, in XCX dash type interhalogen compound, sp3 hybridization, that is linear. CLF, 3 lone pairs, 3 lone pairs. Whereas in XX-3, sp3d hybridization, there are 3 bonds. The central halogen, which has positive charge, will undergo sp3d hybridization. What is the shape of sp3d hybrid orbitals, sir? Hello, sp3 orbitals are tetrahedral. Out of this is making a bond. The remaining 3 are lone pairs. Don't worry, that became linear. Now, what is the shape of sp3d hybrid orbitals? Hello? Do I know the following facts? sp3
Yes.
hybrid orbitals are tetrahedral. sp3d hybrid orbitals are what shape, sir?
Trigonal. So trigonal bipyramidal.
Draw in a better way. This is trigonal plane, and this is a pyramid, and this is yet another pyramid. Trigonal bipyramid. In CL ground state is 3s2. Let us try to be more clear about this configuration. Let us draw it carefully. Let us use black color. Ground state 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total only 1 unpaired electron. First excited state. No disturbance. No disturbance. It got opened up and it went. Can you see, sir? How many unpaired electrons? How many?
3.
3. The hybridization is sp3d. sp3d. Here, how many lone pairs are there? 2. Always notice lone pairs will go to equatorial positions because the angle between equatorial positions is 120. Lone pairs want to be as far away as possible. The bond pairs are here, you got a bond. Here you got a bond. Here. What is the shape of ClF3? Sir, what is the shape, sir? What is the shape?
T shape.
And these are 2 lone pairs. T shape. However, if the Cl undergoes third excited state, now this electron pair also opens up. No change here. Now in this case, it has 5 unpaired electrons. Hybridization is sp3d2. sp3d2 hybridization is what is the shape, sir? Sir, what is the shape? What is the shape, sir? Hello. What is this shape, please? Can you see it clearly? What is this shape?
So
Octahedron. In octahedron, if I am looking at, there is only 1 lone pair of electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unpaired electrons. So 1 lone pair I put somewhere. Let's use red color. All others will make bonds. What is this shape, sir? Sir, what is this shape? It is called distorted octahedron.
Source.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Or I can say in a different angle, I will see it. I will draw it differently so that you will get a real feel how it looks like. Let me use black color. One, two, three, four. If I put one more here, it will be octahedron. Yes, sir. Is it octahedron, sir? Hello? If it is not clear, I will try again. Sir, this is octahedron. This is the shape of hybrid orbitals I have. Is it octahedron, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now here you have 5 CLF BRF5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a lone pair. Yes, sir. This is a lone pair. Yes, sir. Do you agree?
Agree, sir.
The BRRCLF5. The BRRCL is undergoing sp3d2 hybridization, which is octahedral. But there is one lone pair. There are 5 unpaired electrons, so I got 5 bonds. Therefore, now this fellow in the bottom, whatever I write, will not contribute anything to shape. What is this shape, sir? Not able to write. Sir, what is this shape, sir? What is this shape? Can you say what is this shape? It is a square. It is a pyramid. Can you see it as square pyramid? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This lone pair, I need not have to worry. This is a lone pair. Lone pair will not contribute anything to shape. It is like a square pyramid, yes or no? BRFI has square pyramid shape. What shape? What is the hybridization? sp3d2. It has one lone pair on central atom. And 5 bond pairs. This is lone pair. These are bond pairs. Yes, sir. So let me sum up. CLF linear hybridization sp3, CLF3, RBRF3, or IF3. It is a AB3E2 type molecule. Hybridization is sp3d. Shape of the molecule is T. BRF5 or IF5. It is AB5E type molecule. Hybridization is sp3d2. Shape is square pyramid. Are we very clear about it? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I look at IF7, here iodine is in the maximum third exciter state. So it is AB7 type molecule, no lone pairs. Hybridization is sp3d3. Shape is called pentagonal bipyramid. Pentagonal bipyramid. Are you clear? So these are called interhalogen compounds. Interhalogen compounds are better halogenating agents than the parent halogens, and they are used for a halogenation purpose, and they have shapes like linear AB type, T-shape AB3 type, square pyramid AB5 type, distorted octahedron AB7 type. These are somewhat interesting compounds in this family. Also, very quickly we make up summary of what we have done so far. We have considered in this family reaction of halogen with water. Only fluorine reacts very violently. That reaction is spontaneous. Reaction with iodine is non-spontaneous. And the ease of formation of hydrogen halides decreases down the group. HFE is most readily formed and the least acidic. HI is difficult to form, but it is most acidic. The order of boiling points very strangely. HCl is less than HBr, is less than HI, is less than HF. HF has highest boiling point because of hydrogen bonding. HF exists like an associated zigzag system. Bond angle is not 180 degrees. Even in gas phase, it has hydrogen bonds. The order of boiling point is strange, like HCl less than HBr is less than HI is less than HF. It is HF that has highest boiling point because of hydrogen bonding. Though there is strongest hydrogen bonding in HF than in H2O, H2O has higher boiling point. We have seen results. Finally, we today talked about interhalogen compounds. Are we very clear so far, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
If we are looking at the oxyacids, chlorine can make 4 types of oxyacids called hypochlorous acid, HClO2 chlorous acid, HClO3 chloric acid, HClO4 perchloric acid. For example, HClO4 you can make by dissolving Cl2O7 in water. By dissolving Cl2O6 in water, you can make chloric acid. By dissolving ClO2 in water, you can make chlorous acid and chloric acid. Notice that when chlorine directly reacts with water, you will be getting HOCl and HCl. Ladies and gentlemen, notice that amongst all these oxyacids, HClO4 is the most acidic oxide and it has a tetrahedral shape. Perchloric acid is such a dangerous acid. It is the most powerful oxidizing agent and a very strong acid. Potassium ions are often identified with perchloric acid. Potassium ions give a white precipitate with perchloric acid. It is one of the strongest known acids. In all oxyacids of chlorine, in all oxyacids of sulfur, in all oxyacids of phosphorus, central atoms undergo only sp3 hybridization. No change. Whether it is an oxyacid of phosphorus, any oxyacid, whether it is an oxyacid of sulfur, any oxyacid, whether it is an oxyacid of chlorine, central atom
What is
always
second one,
undergo sp3. Yes, sir.
What is second one, sir?
Hypochlorous acid HOCl, chlorous acid HClO2, chloric acid HClO3, perchloric acid HClO4. In all these oxyacids, central atom undergo sp3 hybridization and if the oxyacid of chlorine has N oxygens, it has n minus 1 d pi p pi bonds. For example, HOCl has no d pi p pi bond. HClO2 has 1 d pi p pi bond. HClO3 has 2 d pi p pi bonds. HClO4 has 3 d pi p pi bonds. There are 2 points. More oxygens, more acidic. Number of d pi p pi bonds is equal to number of oxygens minus 1. In all oxyacids of chlorine, central atom is sp3 amylase. This is a note on oxyacids of halogens. All these oxyacids are able to give only one H plus mono basic acids, only one type of salt they make. More is the oxygens, more is the acidic state.
Yes, sir.
Are we clear about it, sir? Sir, in
Yes,
this
sir.
lesson, now only one thing that is left out is how to prepare chlorine and what are its reactions. You can make chlorine in your home. You can take toilet cleaning acid and put the potassium permanganate in it. Dangerously green color chlorine gas will come. Potassium permanganate you can buy from a medical shop. But don't prepare chlorine at your home. Chlorine is a toxic gas. Notice, toilet cleaning acid is HCl. When HCl reacts with the oxidizing agent like MnO2, KMnO4 and H2SO4, you get chlorine. Chlorine can also be made by electrolysis of salt water. When you pass electric current through salt water, you will be getting chlorine at anode. There are